per usual, y'all got Remy, Trip, and Jerry here today to bring you some basketball content and let y'all know who balled out during this All Star weekend. And this was honestly a crazy weekend. As much as the main event on Sunday was a little bit underwhelming, I I had a lot of fun the 2 days before that. I mean, I saw a lot of nice dunks. I saw a close 3 point contest. Um, yeah. What are you guys' main thoughts on this All Star Game weekend?
Mm, yeah, I think I agree with you. Kind of underwhelming, other than the dunk contest, and even that didn't really get real good until like eh, other than Matt McClung's dunk. His dunks were crazy.
Out of this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty crazy. And then Stephon Castle really impressed. I'm not gonna lie, but Bazel, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Bazelis, his dunks, if he would have made his dunk, that was a pretty good dunk too. His
Yeah.
the one when he came from under and then he bounced it on the
Under the
ground, tried
leg.
to go. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that
same.
was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
But that was
Hit
such
that.
like a generic, like that's a big guy dunk though, in my opinion.
Right.
That's fair.
But if he would have made it, it would have still been impressive. And then the other dude, he's a high flyer, Andre Jackson, but he's not like a creative dunker. He's an in-game dunker, punch it on you, sneaky bounce type.
Yeah, that brings me to kind of what Anthony Edwards said in a recent interview where, they were like, "Hey, like, are you thinking about doing that the dunk contest?" And he was like, I can't hang with these guys essentially. Like I'll
Hmm.
go up and dunk on someone. If that was what the dunk contest was, I'd love to do that. Like you dunk on someone, try and dunk on someone, then they try and dunk on you. But he's like, I don't
Yo.
got that creativity. He basically admitted that his package is a windmill. That's what he would do in a dunk contest. So
Imagine though. Imagine if that were a thing in the All-Star weekend. Just
Hmm.
posters.
a poster contest,
No
Nah.
poster contest.
That would
poster
be
dunk
fucking
contest.
wild. Holy.
Uh,
Nah.
I
I
mean, that would bring viewership back to the All Star game.
oh for
I mean the
sure.
1-on-1 contest, the 1-on-1 poster contest. Um,
That would be crazy. One on
yeah,
one.
but
Oh
like,
my god.
well, and so here's the thing, right? Let's imagine that you're doing the 1-on-1 poster contest. There would be like somewhat like rules and regulations, just like in a game. Like you can't travel. It's not like the dunk contest. Like
Mhm.
it has to be a legitimate legal shot attempt.
Yeah.
Um,
That'd
yeah,
be so
and
cool. That would
I
be
can
so
only
cool.
imagine, cause that brings back like the intensity of like hooping at like one of those gyms in the trenches, bro. When you're a kid, you just like somebody like, oh, after the game, like, oh, you get under the rim real quick.
Mm,
You try and dunk on me, I try and dunk on you, and you got the whole gym going crazy. That's the type of madness it would cause if they did that in the NBA.
no,
But
absolutely.
honestly, I don't think they would do that, something like that for All-Star Weekend, because I feel like it's a risk of somebody getting hurt.
oh, for sure. They
Yeah.
throw mats on the floor for real.
You know how them doing
Yeah,
slam ball?
For
you throw
real.
mats under the rim, and you just have Anthony Edwards and John Morant just have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All-Star Weekend slam ball.
that'd be crazy.
hmm I also
That'd
do
be
think there should be a height categories in this new poster contest, right? Um,
Hmm.
I think there should be, yeah, like because you can't be having Wemby and Anthony Edwards in the same category. You have Wemby and Giannis, then you have Edwards and like a John Morant or like a Jalen Green or one of the Thompson twins.
yeah.
So
I'd switch it up for real. I'd like to see Ant try to dunk on. Like I'd like to see a big in the paint and like somebody like Anthony Edwards who's gonna go up like doesn't give a fuck. Like probably just like power through
or
if
John Morant
anything.
too.
Or John Morant. Yeah. Nah, that would be crazy. But I get the weight classes. That would make it more entertaining too because that way like the bigs you go up on big. Nothing better than big on big posters sometimes. fucking or
Right.
big
I'm
on
trying. I'm
small.
trying to see the. Well, see, but that's just called bullying. Trip. Can't can't
True.
have that.
Get
Given All Star
flashbacks of
Weekend.
LeBron. I get flashbacks.
Oh,
I think it
against was that Terry?
the Jet.
Yeah, that was the Jet. The Jet
It was personal though.
in the Celtics jersey.
It was personal because he used to be on the Mavs. Everybody knows what happened there with
Hmm.
LeBron.
Right.
We could dissect that another time.
No, absolutely. So, it, yeah. Before we get into the Rising Stars and the All Star games, with that dunk contest, I was pleasantly surprised by who I thought his best performance was going to come in the Rising Stars games, but he had a great performance in the dunk contest, and that's Castle. Uh, I think he got a 50. I think he maybe could have gotten 250 dunks. Nothing compared to Mac McClung and the performance he put on. But yeah, I thought that this was the first year out of Mac McClung's three-peat that he truly had like a competition in a sense.
Yeah. I can't think of any years prior where I don't even think I watched the dunk contest last year. I watched it the first year he was in it, but no.
Hmm.
I mean, it's good that he makes it entertaining. It's weird that you got to pull somebody out from not in the NBA like to do this type of competition. But I just think it's lack of um man, what's the word that I'm thinking of? Like players just don't want to do it. That's what I think.
Yeah, people. Yeah, they just don't want to participate. Kind of sucks.
Big players, they scared to lose it. Scared will come with it. Like,
That's
oh,
true.
you see Jalen Brown play last year, and what man, they haven't stopped talking about him since.
That was so bad.
Right.
That was so bad.
And he really just did it for fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It seemed like he wasn't even trying to win.
No. The fact that he dabbed though after after the
Man,
second, like I can't.
he pissed me
I
off.
can't.
But
Yeah.
I'm not. Josh said he. I don't. I know he's lying, but Josh said he thinking about doing it next year. And AG said he might come back, and Levine said he might come back. But I know they all
Ja
lying, bro.
Ja also said he was gonna try to not dunk anymore in game, and then
You know?
proceed to posterize Wembenyama like literally 2 months later.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would take much credibility to what Josh says. He just be saying shit sometimes. But yeah, that brings me to the second part of this All Star weekend, the 3-point contest.
Man,
Um, I don't know who did you guys have for the 3-point contest to win it?
Think I
fucking.
had Hero.
You had Hero. I,
Think.
I had I had Johnson. I had Cam Johnson.
I had Buddy, bro, and I was let down so hard after that first round. That was insane.
Hmm.
I didn't realize until the stat line pulled up that he tied Steph Curry for most in a round at 31 because he was going
Yeah, he won
off.
it.
Yeah,
He
his
won it
first round
before.
was crazy.
Man, that
Let
would have
you
been
down in the
crazy.
second round though, huh?
He almost two in the second round. On the last rack, he had to make all of them, and I think he went 2 for 2, and then he went 2 for 3. And he made the last two anyway.
Right.
Man, that would have been crazy though. But
O-
nah, Hero did
overall,
it good.
overall, not the scores that I was hoping to see. Like I saw maybe two or three like different times where someone got 14. Um,
hmm
which
Yeah.
I
Nope.
mean, I don't
Dame,
know
I don't
what
know what
that
happened
was
to
due
him.
to. If that was just that specific day, just the shooters weren't feeling as hot. But a little bit disappointing not to see Damian Lillard in the finals, and disappointing to see a few 14s from these very prolific shooters.
Think that's who I had. Think I had Dame going for the 3P. He did disappoint.
Man, that would have
Nobody
been
really
pretty
got
crazy
hot
though.
like at all.
Buddy in the first round, absolutely.
Buddy in the
He was
first,
scorching
that's
hot.
it. I saw that. I was convinced. I was like, damn. The odds on that were crazy for him. I want to
They
say
would have
it was
just
And the fact that it happens the year that he joined Steph Curry on the Warriors too,
Yeah, that's what I'm
or
about
I
to
guess
say.
the year
Would have made
after.
sense for him nowhere.
So I guess that brings us to the main event. What do we have to say about it? What do we think of the format before we dig into the individual games? Um, yeah, because first off, let's give some props to Team Candace, to the- these rising stars and these G League players, because they actually played pretty good in that first game against Team Shaq. Final score 35-42. I
Yeah,
think they played better than what most people expected. But
for sure.
yeah, take it away, guys. What do y'all think of this year's All Star Game format?
Poop. You like it? Think I think at least the games could have been longer. One thing. Like why go to 40? You
Yeah,
got the best scorers in the world.
yeah. Oh,
The
they're
Either
basically
of them
playing
on one
games are
21.
team.
10 minutes long each, roughly. They did like 9 minutes and 30 seconds, 10 minutes and 11 minutes, I believe.
Yeah,
Crazy. You got the best scorers in the world. It's like two, three, four of them on one team that average almost 30, and you're going to 40. Go to like 100 or something, and then make like 50, like a 5 minute halftime or something. They could have did a lot of things different. I think it should just go back to the East and West format.
And
they
the
were
fact
talking.
that, sorry, what were you gonna say?
They were talking about doing USA and World again.
Oh,
They if
US is gonna thrash the world every time.
But
true.
that was just for the Rising Stars that they used to do that, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mhm.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I was Rising
Yeah, the All
Stars.
Star game was never USA versus World. It was always East versus West, and then they switched to like a captain style format. You know, where LeBron would be the captain of the East and Kevin Durant would be the captain of the West, and they would pick their teams.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Winner,
the
winner,
most
chicken
recent
dinner.
history.
I'll never forget.
What'd you say?
I said winner, winner, chicken dinner when Giannis won it finally
Yeah,
after like
man.
40 years.
Mm-hmm. Uh,
Man,
yeah. I guess I was gonna bring something up about the last game, the Team Shaq versus Team Chuck, where essentially it essentially was the Team USA versus Team World. Um,
yeah, true.
apart from Donovan Mitchell, right?
Mhm. Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah,
if
Loki
you look at the
smoked him.
score, final score 25-41. Um, yeah, Steph Curry lit it up from three. Yeah, he only shot threes. Uh, four of eight. Literally, yeah, the best case scenario for him, winning the MVP in the Bay, kind of for front of the home crowd, so to speak.
Yeah, Tatum got robbed, but
Right.
it was in San
You would say
Francisco. I
that,
already
wouldn't you?
knew. I already look at the stat.
Okay, so Jason Tatum, let's see.
Fifteen
In
points.
the first game he had 15 points.
No,
Or
that's the
sorry,
second
in the
game.
second game he had 15 points. In the first game he had 6 points. Oof, that's rough. He can't be doing 6 points in the first game. Just kidding. Steph
Curry
Curry
had
had
8.
eight.
He had 8. What's crazy about this MVP title is that you're looking at these stats. You're like, what the fuck? How do you like? It's barely determinable. Like 12 point. Like wow.
Oh no, no, for real though. Steph Curry. It's the time at which those shots happen. I think that kind of made them give it to him, and also yeah, of course, the favoritism for um the hometown guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Luckily, when it comes down to the history of the game, we don't really look at All Star Game MVPs as something that separates two people. When it comes to a greatness
yeah.
um aspect of it.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Well,
think
I mean,
Kawhi Leonard's All Star Game MVP, Kobe Bryant's All Star Game MVP is something that he sees as something that sets him ahead of the
it's
pack.
not credible. Yeah, I get what you mean.
So I've been avoiding this, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Been kind of tiptoeing around all of this. When you talk about the fact that there were halftime shows in these games that were already, as we just said before, like 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Like no offense, I love the dude. I think he's funny and all. Why the fuck is Kevin Hart on my screen for 25 minutes in the middle of a 40-point game? Like the score's like 21-17, right? And they
Yeah.
just slap Kevin Hart, and it's awkward trying to frame it, because you're trying to put everyone's head in the frame, but it's really hard when you got to put Kevin Hart's head in the frame too. And it's yeah, I don't know. It just interrupted the flow of this game, which was already interrupted by Adam Silver breaking up into three mini games.
Yeah.
So yeah, um, yeah. What did y'all think of the Kevin Hart halftime show and the Mr. Beast halftime show?
Bro, the Mr. Beast one was so cringy, bro. And I like Mr.
So
Beast.
bad. So bad.
Yeah, I'm a
So
fan
bad.
of him too.
That dude took. I mean, good for the kid for getting
Absolutely.
six figures like that. That's crazy. I wouldn't be complaining if that were me. And if I had fucking 10 shots too, like that'd be nice. Like, but nah. I just thought it was funny when he was trying to get Shaq to come over. He's like, Shaq, get over here. And
He
Shaq, I don't
did
know
not
what
go.
Shaq was doing, but he wasn't coming over. And then Kenny came out of nowhere and helped out. And then Shaq came over finally because it took them that long. Like, he finally gave in. He was like,
Yeah.
damn, this kid really does need some moral support or something. Like,
Right. That's
Dame's
crazy.
throwing bricks up on purpose. Like,
You
man,
think Dame made it so that the kid won? Because like regardless, the 100,000 was going somewhere. It was either going to charity or that kid's pockets. So
he could have
I don't
tried a
know.
bit harder. I think he could have made it
Mm,
more of an attempt. It's Dame. How many times have you seen him pull up from fucking Nova Scotia? You know what I mean? Like,
right, right. I'm not even quite sure
dude,
where Nova Scotia is, but sounds far.
it's Canada.
All heard. Nice.
You know, Maine, that
Yes,
one, it's like right past that.
that's unfortunate.
I know, yeah. I only know because I've been to Maine,
That's
which
also
is,
unfortunate.
yeah, but you gotta try the lobster. That's all I gotta say. That's the whole thing over there. You know what I'm saying? If you like seafood,
Fair enough.
you
Fair
you
enough.
got escargot.
Huge fan of snails. Huge fan of snails over here. Um, yeah. So that I mean that kind of interrupted the whole entire flow of the All Star game. These little mini things, and I don't know. Well, if you guys had been in control of, the TNT broadcast for that day, for the day of the All Star game, how would you guys have done it differently? Like, is there, how, like, you got to keep the tournament style format, right? That's still already in place. But how would you have done it so that there's less interruptions to the game?
Jello was the second day, wasn't he? That didn't need
Jello.
to. That didn't need to be a
He,
thing.
I think he opened up the All-Star game. I'm not 100%. No,
Opened.
that was somebody else.
No, no, no. He was
I remember
he was
E40. I remember E40
before
was there.
he was before all those events like the skills and
Yeah,
dunk and 3 point.
yeah, but he didn't need to be there. That's
That was funny, bro. Didn't expect that.
no.
I
I
was literally
remember.
thinking to myself in my head like, damn, he's stepping on an All-Star game court. That's crazy. Never
Before
thought I would see that
Lamelo.
happen
Before Lamelo.
before LaMelo. Wow, it's embarrassing.
Lamelo's got to be up there at least once or twice, I think, in his career.
Yeah, well, once Giannis got injured, it was either basically LaMelo Ball or Trey Young to replace
Uh,
him as an Eastern Conference substitute.
Shit, they could have
Um,
thrown him in for Braun. Motherfucker was just sitting there.
Braun plays in the West. But yes, I see where you're coming from. It would have been like a Norman Powell or something like that on the West. Trying to think who else there is that's been playing pretty well. Um,
Damn.
who got snubbed in the West? That's a good question. Yeah, I actually don't know. I was gonna say maybe a Luca, but Luca obviously been
Somebody,
injured.
just a lot
Right.
of talent.
He definitely would have.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean I really wish there was more to say about this All-Star game. It's just it's annoying that it's not as fun as it used to be.
Yeah.
Like were y'all watching the All-Star games back in like 2016, 2008, like the Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine years,
Oh yeah.
the I mean the back when like Russell Westbrook was getting All-Star game MVP because he was like trying like it's a regular season game. And
Mhm.
Man,
okay,
missed the Westbrook era. That
well,
was crazy.
we're still in it if you're a Denver fan. We're in the era. where It's
Real.
gotten it, I mean he's helping the Denver Nuggets be the third seed in the West.
Hmm. I guess. You know what I mean though. Like take off Westbrook. Like triple double fucking every game.
Right.
Westbrook.
Triple double threat, and it's the same threat as like a John Morant, where it's like, damn, like when you're in the paint and you see him running at you, you're like, do I really want to try and block Russell Westbrook right now? You know, makes
Yeah.
you doubt a little bit. Um, yeah, let's hop into this second half of the season, see kind of what we think is going to be happening. Um, but let's just start with who we want to see kind of like take it up a notch in a sense. I'm thinking potentially in the West, the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors, who are respectively at the 11 and 10 seed. Especially with that addition of Jimmy Butler, I think the Warriors can make a little bit of a run. The Dallas Mavericks are the 8 seed, and they just lost Anthony Davis, so that could be something that they flip flop places with the Warriors in the standings.
For
I don't
sure.
know who do you guys see as threatening teams that could potentially make a playoff push, or a push to the top of the rankings.
I honestly see the Mavericks not making the playoffs.
I
Play
mean,
in.
yeah, I could easily see that with no AD. Absolutely.
Yeah, and not even just no AD. They don't have anybody right now. Kyrie's in and out of injuries, lingering injuries, and BC said AD just went out. PJ Washington is, I think Lively's out for the season. Gafford just went out for a month with I think he had like a MCL sprain or something like that. But
Yep.
you're losing a lot. Could see them not making the playoffs. The you may see a couple young stars break out from this from just everything that's going on in that team in the organization. They don't really have much right now. So I think this is the time, like, like when Curry went down and then everybody found out about
Hmm.
Jordan Poole, it could
Right.
be one of those situations over like Exum played excellent the other night. I think Exum's really good when there's no other stars on the court. Like, I think he had like finished with like 31 points. They lost the game, but
Hmm.
I can see Dallas not making. LA, the Clippers are in sixth place right now. I think they're like three
Yeah.
and a half games behind the Lakers. What are they? Oh,
No, no, no. They are. Hold on. They are 2 games behind the Lakers right now.
okay, LA, I can see them dropping down to the play-in.
Oh, which LA?
Care.
If you're talking
The
about two
Lakers, the
LAs, yeah.
Lakers,
Okay, okay.
the Lakers, the Clippers. I think the Clippers have potential to make really good playoff. Kawhi just gotta press that knee up, get ready. You got two, well, two should have been all stars on your team.
Jerry, I'm gonna cut you off right there. I believe we had this exact same conversation. I swear to God, like about a year ago when we did our Star Game episode
Hmm.
on season one, where you were like, Kawhi, honestly, I mean, he just needs to just chill, relax, get healthy for the playoffs.
It's the same thing every year though, but it's facts though. We all know that when Kawhi is healthy, he's five in the NBA. He's one of the
Mm,
best two-way players ever, bro.
absolutely, absolutely.
He
I'm not
gets
disagreeing with you. I'm just noticing a pattern
yeah,
here.
hey, that's on him, not me.
Right.
He gotta, like I said, he gotta rest that knee up.
Hmm.
But Denver too, also Denver, they're always a threat, but they didn't look like themselves at the beginning of the season, but they seem to have found their identity somewhere through this season. Jamal Murray is playing much better.
Right.
With the addition of Westbrook when he's playing with Jokic, everybody thought that duo wasn't gonna work, but they're turning
Which
heads.
makes no sense, bro. Two people who are really good at passing
Hmm.
and scoring and rebounding. Well, guess what? They're just gonna be able to pass to each other
Hmm.
and grab more rebounds because now you have two guys who are actively boxing out slash flying in. Um, yeah, I don't know. It plus Russell Westbrook actually has the speed to be able to go for an offensive rebound, not get it, and then get back on defense. So it's a win-win for me and for them.
Can't forget about my guys. I told people last year, bro, because they forgot about these people because of Ja. Ja was dealing with injuries and all his discipline and stuff that he had going on last season. I said, hey, people are gonna forget about the Grizzlies because the Timberwolves went so crazy last year, and Ant was doing what he was doing, and just they were like what? I think they just barely missed like getting the first seed last year, the Timberwolves. So
Yeah, so
everybody forgot.
actually it was I believe the way it worked is they got the second seed. They were one game behind OKC or half a game behind OKC, something like that, right?
Hmm.
And they were tied with Denver, but they had won the series throughout the season against Denver.
Yeah,
So that's why they were the 2 seed and not the 3 seed. Yeah, but right now, if you look at the standings, the Grizzlies are exactly where the Timberwolves were last year, when at the start of the playoffs, I believe.
yeah. I
And
told I told people all last year when John Morant come back, you're gonna see, because you gave Jaren Jackson a whole year to improve his game and have that role of having the whole weight of the team on your shoulders. And it made him a much better player. And then they were garbage last year because they dealt with not just Ja being out, but Bane was in and out the whole season. I think they had lost Brandon Clark to an ACL injury or something like that. So they're back now, and you can't forget. Was it the year before that when they took the Warriors to the Western Conference Championship, or was it? It was whatever year it was when the Warriors won it against the Celtics. I think.
2001,
yeah, 2021,
Yeah.
right?
So,
Or was
yep.
that 2022?
2021, 2022 season.
Yeah,
Yes,
because the
because
year before
2021
that.
was Milwaukee.
Yep.
Hmm.
Nice.
Then
Yeah.
they
I
had
talked a lot about the West just now.
Hey, that's
I
fine.
don't know.
What do Trip? You got a East team because I mean, I don't even know why I should be talking to you, bro. You're like the most biased Celtics fan I've ever
Yeah.
met in my life.
Well, I
But
mean,
it,
we've been over that the East is just not the same at all as the West. Like you look at like the play-in teams and you look at the record and like you could take Orlando who's at 7 right now and they wouldn't even be in the play-in for the West. Like I mean,
no, 100%. The Chicago Bulls who are in the play and have won 40% of their games. Um,
yeah, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. Is what's the word on Embiid? That's the
well,
only thing I can really think of for
yeah. So right now, I believe Embiid is currently out, but have to double check. Joel Embiid, game time decision. Embiid injury management 6 days ago will not play Wednesday against the Nets. That was 6 days ago. Yeah, their next game is against the Celtics. If I'm Embiid, I don't want to play against the Celtics, bro.
Nope, he don't like doing it. I think we talked
Young
about
man has been
talked
Daryl
about
Morey.
that. But
It just has to be a good team on the other side. That's all that really matters. If it's a good team on the other side, Joel Embiid's really just not about it.
yeah,
Ooh,
What? You
that was
acting like
crazy.
you acting like this is news, bro. If he has to play Giannis, Jokic, or anybody remotely good, he just doesn't do it.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. When MB plays those dudes, he cooks them every time. He does. You can look at the numbers.
That's a great question. I want to see.
against the Seas.
No, like just against other like bigs in general.
Oh,
Like when you gotta play Giannis and Jokic in there, he get him the business every time.
he's good. I think that yeah, that just determines for Philly
Okay,
if they're
okay,
doing
yeah.
good.
I'm not gonna lie. That's really not too bad. Against Jokic, Embiid averages 27 and a half points, 11 and a half rebounds, and 4.5 assists per
Damn.
game.
Think he
Now let's see. 27 points, 11 rebounds, 5.5 assists in 16 games against Giannis. So
pretty
why he ducking
consistent.
smoke? Why is he a ducker?
Think it's the organization.
What do you,
Trust
the or the 76ers organization? Is that what
The
you're saying?
doctors, yeah. Or maybe it's his doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Just know
I
that they're known, their organization is known for this shit. GM.
yeah,
That's why Harden got out of there fast.
mean,
yeah.
I
They
don't know what Trip. I don't know what you're talking about either, bro. If you want to hear the point totals for the last 5 games against the Celtics that Joel Embiid played.
Is that
I mean, he probably going
he
up against
cooked,
motherfucking Al Horford.
cooked.
Fucking
All right, are you ready? Goes
yeah.
27, 20, 27, 52, 41.
Mm.
52 is insane. What's the
So I guess
does it
our
say the
problem with
record?
Joel Embiid isn't when he does play in the regular season. It's when he plays in the playoff and when he doesn't play in the season.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because as we just debunked ourselves right here, live on BOSP, there's no one who can really stop Embiid. You got Giannis, you got Jokic. I mean, Jokic's not a prolific defender by any means, but
Oh,
yeah,
just watch if y'all when you get a chance, watch the On the Gold on Netflix. It's a documentary about the Olympics, the Olympic win this year. And then
th- this past Olympics.
yeah, so they had one scene where it was Embiid and he was talking to Barack Obama. He's
Not
talking
kidding.
about he says something and Ant walks up. Ant goes, "Oh yeah, that motherfucker, he nice. He kill us every time." Obama goes, "And you guys have 2 7-footers." He was like, "Damn, we do." And then he was like, "Well, actually, three." And he was like, "All right, now chill, cause Embiid is nasty, bro. He give the bro. He's not. He can't
No,
be stopped, bro.
he gives you the work when he's active. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
he can't be stopped.
one of a very short list of players to have scored 70 points. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
There's only 10 players, I believe, in NBA history to have scored 70 points, and Joel Embiid's on that
he's,
list. So,
when he's playing, he's that guy, bro.
mhm.
Just wish Ben Simmons didn't. Wish Ben Simmons would have stayed in Philly.
No,
Think they complemented each other very well.
I mean, if you think about it, right? Like Ben Simmons, yeah, because as soon as they got rid of Ben Simmons, they were looking for something to replace him, like a James Harden, for example.
Hmm.
They're trying to get someone who could get a bunch of assists to Embiid. Uh, Yeah, I mean, I always say this. The only reason why Andrew Wiggins was picked number one in the NBA draft that year in 2014 is because Embiid's injuries. Because they went to the same school, University of Kansas, and trust me, Andrew Wiggins was not the number one option of that team. The it was Joel Embiid, but he was just getting hurt so much that people were like, I don't know if I should take him. And when I say people, I mean literally two teams, the number one and the number two pick in the NBA draft. So yeah, it's been an 11-year process now. I don't even know what like
They won the Super Bowl damn near twice, or they did win the Super
they
Bowl
Yeah,
did
twice. I
they
don't
win
know
the
which
Super
one
did.
it
Bowl
They
was.
since
did.
2014. They won it twice. Yeah.
Damn near won it 3 times, but I missed it.
All that before the Philadelphia 76ers were ever able to, if I'm not mistaken, they didn't make it to a conference finals, did they?
I think so.
Because that one year where they lost to Kawhi buzzer beater game seven, that was in the East semis, correct? Or was that the East finals?
That might have been the. No, it wasn't. I actually don't remember. That was like what 2018,
Team.
That was in spring of 2019.
19.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
because
let
that's
me
when
see.
Kawhi. Then there was the bubble season after
The season after that was the bubble season. Yeah.
2020.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah, we can
unfortunate.
count
Then
that,
one.
I guess.
That's when LA got Mickey Mouse ring. Mhm. I'm just playing. It's just funny to say it.
Yeah, back
I
when
mean,
Mickey was in charge.
Mickey.
Mickey.
love Mickey. That's the meme when the Spanish teacher asks what tree is in Spanish, and the bro. You ever seen that before? Our ball.
That's our
Ah,
ball, ain't
bro.
it? That's our ball.
That's our ball.
No, what I thought
Oh,
was so funny was when LeBron James is describing how, man, it was absolutely terrible being in the bubble. I remember being in my hotel room and the elevator doors opening and it feeling like The Shining. And the only thing I remember thinking to myself is, damn, elevator doors in the hotel room? You was in the penthouse, weren't you? Because
facts.
I guarantee you that shit, Bones Highland on the Clippers didn't have an elevator door in his hotel room.
Nope.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Of course he's gonna get that though. He's earned that elite for sure.
Hmm. So to refocus our conversation on people who are going to do better the second half of the season, I'm gonna go with an Eastern team. I'm gonna go with the Milwaukee Bucks, currently chilling at 29-24, merely one game behind the Indiana Pacers for home court advantage in the NBA playoffs. That would be the 4 seed, right? Bucks just added Kyle Kuzma. Um, Bucks just got a little bit of rest. Damian Lillard and Giannis didn't play the game before the All Star game. Giannis didn't play the All Star game. Lillard kind of just chilled, took it easy, made a 3-pointer to win the first game. Relax
Yeah,
for the rest of the All Star game. Yeah, I think they're in position to maybe push Indiana Pacers down and the New York Knicks down and take over that 3 seed in the East.
for sure. I'm not putting anything on the Knicks. I'm not putting.
This
Man,
man hates the Knicks.
it keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse for Cat. I just saw the edit with him yelling "Oh my God" every time he didn't get a call, and then you,
Yeah, I saw
"Oh
that.
my God." He
I
for
saw
real
that.
sound. He for real sounds like he's blonde, 16, driving a Range Rover. Like I don't get it at all. Like,
And
but
I think the
I
Knicks
don't know.
gonna be in second place. They gonna knock Boston down.
You just
I
never
can see
told
that.
me the allegations.
I
I
can
mean,
see that happening.
it's all gonna be Brunson. That's all I got.
Nah, Cat haven't won his best seasons ever right now. Brunson's playing great. If I feel like he's like 6, 7 right now in the MVP rankings. Brunson.
Jalen Brunson, I think, is he might be top 5 in the MVP, the most recent. MVP rankings, but
Yeah, he should be.
I'm not sure. But yeah, that I don't know. Y'all, if y'all don't believe in the Knicks, I agree with you guys. I could see them sliding. I just
Yeah,
want to
I
ask
see
you
him.
guys: is the Detroit Pistons chilling right here at the sixth spot in the Eastern Conference? Like, is this a trend? Is this gonna are the Detroit Pistons making the playoffs this year after being the worst team in the league last season?
I can see that, but I just don't see them make good playoff. They're the last worst team in the season last year. They're not familiar with playoffs. So even if they win a game or two, I don't see them making it out of the first. It, even if, like
So right
crazy.
now, if the playoffs started, they're against the New York Knicks. You don't think they could potentially steal that series?
No, you're tripping right now.
So you guys have no faith in the Knicks, but you do have faith that they'll advance at least one round if the playoffs started right now.
No, I said the Knicks was good. I said they're going to go into second place and take it from Boston.
Got 3 games.
Trip
Wow,
hate the Knicks.
I got two polar opposites over here on the. I'm
No,
loving this. I'm
Trip
loving
hate the Knicks.
I do. I really do. But usually, and I'm pretty sure this follows like a couple of years back, like Boston plays better in the second half of the season. Usually. That's usually how that goes. So I wouldn't put the Knicks above
even on
them.
years where they don't win.
We,
I've just judged you.
The
I
Knicks
could,
only 2.5 games behind. I guess it just depends on what their schedules look like, what teams they're playing, you know? I think the Knicks just lost Anunoby also.
OG,
Yeah,
where'd
I
he
think
go?
he just got hurt
Oh,
recently.
so he went to the medical tent. Okay, I thought you. I was
Yeah.
like, wait, is this something we didn't cover in our trade deadline special?
uh,
Uh, but also I feel like Boston's success really too this year in the playoffs is gonna really depend on a good or bad Porzingis plays.
yeah. I mean, he wasn't a big part of that last year though. He was in and out. I think he played the first round a couple of games, and then he didn't play that much in the Eastern Conference Finals. I know that.
But the games that he did play, he played at a very high level. And if he plays like that, y'all can blow out every team in the East every game. Y'all are beatable without him.
Yeah. No, that's very true. That's very
With
true.
when he's playing high level basketball, everything is clicking on that team. Boston can't be beat.
They could still win with when I mean we've seen them win before just with Brown and Tatum and even Horford. I mean I know Horford's not the same at all as he was like a couple of years ago, but they still have the bigs. Like they got Hauser too, not Hauser,
Was it?
Hauser.
Yeah.
He's not bad, but I mean I don't know. That's I'm not gonna disagree with if they have Porzingis, then they got it pretty much because they do. And we've been saying that, but I don't know. I just don't see the Knicks really winning out against Boston for however many remaining games they have. Let me look real quick.
Probably about 30. So
Oh, they're probably not
I did
even.
want to bring up something also
Oh,
real
they're
quick
done.
with the first game that we're gonna get back from this All Star break. Do you guys see what the first game back from All Star break is?
and it like Dallas and
Lakers.
something.
No, it's
That's the
Lakers Hornets.
yeah.
That is the only game on Wednesday. Okay.
Hmm.
Y'all remember what happened about a week ago between the Lakers and the Hornets?
The trade. And Mark Williams hasn't returned to the team yet.
So what is he just still in Los Angeles?
It's possible, but they said they giving him time like to process everything.
Damn. He
And
just.
Dalton connects back. He played a
Right.
whole entire Rising Stars in All Star game.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh goodness, yeah, that's gonna be an awkward one, man, because that whole entire trade stuff was like 10 days ago.
Yeah. Lakers knew what they were doing. They just wanted an easier game. They
Play
had the
Dallas
whole.
next week, I think.
The Lakers do.
Mhm.
Damn, no AD though, huh?
Well, nobody probably besides
No,
Luca and
no.
LeBron. It's probably just gonna be Luca and LeBron versus whoever the Mavericks decide to throw out there.
That's tough. I yeah, I can't believe we were just talking about who we gonna think gonna be progressing and moving up in the rankings here in the second half, and we didn't once really mention LA. I mean, we talked about the Clippers more than the Lakers, you know? Even
I
though
see them dropping with Luca. I don't see them drop. It's
so
just
I mean, in what
the
world
defense is
do
really
you
bad.
add Luka Doncic to a team and they don't get better? Like, I just want to hear your reasoning on this.
The only reason the Lakers were even what decent was because of AD, not just because of LeBron and AD being so good at scoring. AD took so much of the defensive load pressure off the rest of the guys in that team. If you watch the games, now they actually have to play defense, and that's why they're looking the way they're looking. Those guys actually have to do something else other than stand in the corner and or just they wasn't doing nothing. It was all AD. So I think
Do you think
I
that
think they lost more than they gained.
do you think all of their faith is in Jackson Hayes now?
Yeah, and think about when Jackson Hayes has to guard Jokic in the playoff. Who you gonna take?
Not Jackson Hayes. No offense,
Exactly.
no offense, Jackson, if you're watching.
Exactly.
But yeah,
You got Jackson Hayes going up
I
against
mean
Jaren
Jackson, I
Jackson
got
Jr.
Mr. Hayes. I have one piece of advice for you: bulk up. I mean,
Bulk
start
up.
eating. Because if you take an elbow from Jokic, if you take an elbow from Embiid, I mean Giannis himself. I know it's not the same kind of mass, but it's just straight muscle from Giannis. Um,
Man,
I mean, shit. You can even the least physical big you're gonna meet in the playoffs. That's a good opponent, and I mean, in this case, it wouldn't be till the finals, but it's Carl Anthony Towns. Like that's your quote unquote best case scenario. Because if it's not Cat, it's gonna be a Porzingis, a Jokic, uh, an Embiid, looking up and down the list. A Rudy Gobert, I guess, not gonna be as physical on the offensive end. But like, what's Jackson Hayes doing on? Once he has Gobert defending on him, so Jackson Hayes end up just being there.
he's just a lob threat, bro. He's a liability on defense. He's
Mm-hmm.
not guarding any big in the West.
Mm-hmm.
He's not guarding Sabonis. He's guarding. He can guard. Obviously, he can guard Gobert. He's not guarding Jokic. He's not guarding Chet. He's not guarding KD because KD is Phoenix 5. You know? He can't even guard. He probably can't even guard Draymond Green. He's
I
not guarding
feel
Jaren Jackson Jr. He's not guarding Şengün. He's not
you don't
guarding
you don't have
Wemby.
to you don't have to guard Draymond Green.
Huh.
You
We
just have to play
we
the
not we,
passing lanes with him. You know what I'm
we not
saying?
gonna act like he can't get hot from three if you leave him. He's not a threat though. I think he'll do that.
Did you see Trip?
I love his
Just don't
shot.
talk about his
The backpack.
his 3-point contest against Kevin Hart. Remember
Oh
that?
my god, yeah.
Yeah, did he almost lose that?
Yeah, I think he did actually
He
lose
did
it.
lose
He
it,
did
yeah.
lose it.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
They still gave him the trophy.
That shit hilarious. He's become more a personality. It's crazy seeing him more like on the broadcasting side and everything, you know.
Yeah, he's actually has a two-way deal. Like he's still signed to NBA and he has a deal with TNT like for broadcast.
That's
That's
wild.
crazy.
Which I was looking forward to seeing him join the Inside the NBA TV crew potentially, when he signed to TNT. But then Inside the NBA signed to ESPN,
I'm
so
still
he
confused
just
on
gonna be
all of
by
that.
himself. I don't know what
I'm
to tell
still
you.
I'm still confused on all of that. I don't understand what's going on. Like
I just
TNT,
know
like
I just know
Ernie
the
and them still have a
Cashman.
job.
Ernie will never not have a job, bro. He decides when he retires. He can do baseball if he till the day he dies. He could do basketball till the day he dies. He can do both as he has been doing. He can stay with TNT. He can leave and decide to follow Shaq and them. Um, yeah, because I think inside the NBA, the show now belongs to ESPN or will at the end of this season, just because TNT isn't going to be doing any basketball games at all after this season.
Terrible.
I didn't know that. That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
NBA games, they're still going to be doing their March Madness coverage.
Ah, that's
So
good.
Nah,
You don't
like
like March
the same.
Madness?
Nah, I like March Madness, but it's just not the same.
That's true.
Be the same.
Yeah, I mean it's a little more exciting in the playoffs sometimes though, with how
Yeah.
crazy everything can get.
Like even All-Star Weekend, I got annoyed because what the hell? Why am I looking at Draymond Green and Jalen Rose? Guess because they was coaching. Buckingham was coaching, but still.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was weird. It was hella weird not seeing him talk. I'm just everybody's so used to that.
Nah, did y'all see when Shaq was like, in the great words of Marshawn Lynch, I'm tired of shit on live TV, and then he was like, fuck it, Ernie, we getting fired anyway.
Oh man.
I
Oh
did hear that
shit.
second part.
On live TV, bro. I said, yeah, this man don't care no more.
Nope.
Menace.
Really, I mean, worst they can do is fine him, but I'm pretty sure he's a billionaire.
He's just gonna give him one of his general checks. You know, the general. He
Yeah.
gonna give him one of their checks.
You
He
ever
gonna
hear the
hit up
story about
Carnival, be
that?
like, "Hey, you never paid me for that last commercial."
Uh-huh.
And Sean hit me with
Yo,
the direct
there's
deposit.
a story though. Apparently that was the first ever insurance. He goes on like a spiel for like 5 to 10 minutes about how that was the first insurance that he got. But I'm not like 100% convinced on that one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's too convenient if you ask me. But
Gotta promote the brand.
no, for sure, for sure. He and everything. Do you still do icy hot?
He do all that.
Everything.
He doing it all. Hey, but he also gets like free stuff with everything that he does. Like I'm pretty sure he can go on a Carnival cruise whenever he wants. I'm pretty sure he gets free insurance from the general. Um,
Fucking
yeah, he's chilling.
have you ever seen the celebrities read mean tweets thing? I forgot if it's
Oh yeah, those
on
are
one of the late night shows. But
Hmm.
somebody tweeted, he was
funny.
like, "Ain't no way you fit in that Kia Shack. That's fake as fuck," or something like that. Back when he was doing the Kia deals.
I know damn well he don't fit in that key.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a classic. That's a
dude
classic.
cracks me up.
Is
Uh,
it?
Jerry, you were just talking earlier about a couple NBA player, or no, you were talking about one in specific, Kevin Durant, the Phoenix
Mhm.
Suns. What do you guys feel like the rest of the season is like for a player such as Kevin Durant or such as Zion Williamson on the New Orleans Pelicans? A player who, clearly there was rumors of them potentially moving or they potentially don't want to be there or whatnot. And now you got to finish this whole entire second half of the season with this squad. I mean, there were literally rumors of Kevin Durant getting traded up until maybe 6 hours before the trade deadline happened.
Yeah, he actually she spoke on that today. He did an interview. They said how did he feel? Because you saw Steve Kerr had said, I don't blame Kevin Durant for like, not wanting to come back to Golden State because of how he's treated or blah blah blah. And KD said, nah, that's not really it, people treat me bad every day, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I don't
Yeah,
really
he's a
care about
celebrity.
that. Yeah, and then he was like also people saying it's because of Draymond, but really it's just because I didn't want to leave a team in the middle of a season. He was like, I'm just glad to be here right now, so I'm locked in on the rest of the season. So basically, what it sounds like is I just wanted to finish the season here and see what happens, and
But
then I'll figure
he
out where I'm
doesn't
gonna go.
have a say in it, right? If you get traded by a team, you get traded. Like you just go
Yeah,
somewhere. So like I wanted to stay there. I mean, maybe
maybe
he
that's
didn't.
confirmation of they probably told him, they would have came to him and been like, "Hey, we're trading you, or do you want to get traded?" And he
Mhm.
said no, which that's what that sounds like. it sounds like they came to him and said, "Would you like?" They gave him the option because really, he's the only one who has trade value because they're not trading Book because that's their future, and Beal has a no trade clause. Nobody else
Well,
on that team
yeah,
has
because
any trade value.
Book is what he's 30, 31 now, maybe.
hmm Maybe
Really?
I don't think he's 30
I mean,
yet.
he been playing for over 10 years, right?
This might be his 10th year. He
Oh,
gotta
never
be like
mind. Yeah, never
29,
mind. Yeah, yeah. 2015 draft. Never mind. You're right. He's 28.
28. Yeah, I
Oh,
was like, he can't be older than Giannis.
like 30's crazy. I
Oh,
remember him.
facts. Yeah, facts. You're right.
Remember the Drake picture in the Kentucky warm up.
Bruh. I hate that picture so much,
He's
bro.
like with the team and Booker's in the back. I never realized that.
Mm-hmm.
He was like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's De'Aaron
Mhm.
Fox in that picture too.
Oh no
Yeah,
shit.
bruh.
Somewhere.
Kentucky,
Kentucky used to
Kentucky.
be it,
Carl
man.
Anthony Towns too.
Mhm. Yep.
There's a few dogs in that picture and a cat.
Oh no shit. No shit.
One of y'all caught it, so that's good. I thought that was a high quality
Uh,
joke. But yeah, I'm looking at these next upcoming games, man. Yeah, as we said earlier, there's that Boston versus Philadelphia game on Thursday. But I'm also seeing some cool stuff like Phoenix versus San Antonio, um, Minnesota, Houston, New York versus Cleveland. I mean, there's some pretty good stuff kicking off the second half of the NBA season, and I'm pretty excited to see where it goes.
You think it's too early for award predictions?
Award predictions.
Hmm
Shit, we got 5 minutes before we wrap it up. Let's do these right now. Let me open up my notes and because I want to write these down.
I think Cleveland is gonna
All right,
think they're
so
gonna get over 65 wins.
they could. How many games are left?
so coach of the year, rookie of the year, six man of the year, defensive player of the year, MVP. Correct?
You said rookie of the year, six
Yes.
man.
Coach of the year, rookie of the year, six man of the year, defensive player of the year, MVP.
Well, MVP, I think it's a clear option, it's Shea, but it's like I don't know, bro. Jokic is he's there. Numbers is there, the wins is there, and I feel like value wise, they both are like equally valued to their teams.
Well, so here's my thing with Jokic. Voter fatigue is a thing, bro.
Yeah, it is.
And
Yeah.
and and there's an there are some NBA voters or yeah, some media, award voters that are going to see that piece of paper in front of them and they're going to have to select people for the MVP and they're going to think in the back of their head, "Damn, if I give one to Jokic right now, he has as many as LeBron James."
It's averaging a triple double, bro. It's hard to go against that, and you're in third place. The only slight that SGA has over him right now is the fact that they're in first place and they're not going anywhere from first place.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be end the season with the best record in the whole league, or probably second best, because I think the Cavs are in first right now. But
Well, right.
he leads the league in 20-point, 30-point, 40-point, and 50-point games. Jay,
Damn. Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
so it's going to be the scoring versus the triple double essentially, huh?
He's probably gonna get scoring championship too, right? Is he leading in points per game? Or that might be Giannis, 'cause I think Giannis is averaging 30 or 31.
Well, I'm going to have Shea. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah, I gotta go with Shea too, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Tatum. Nah.
Tatum top five though. Tatum is top five.
You like four. But yeah.
So we have a Shea sweepstakes over here on
But
BOSP.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. He's four, but there's a very wide gap between four and three. Because that third spot is between Giannis and Jokic.
Yeah.
But it's a very wide like margin between that three or four.
Hmm.
Yeah. No, unless he goes
Uh,
absolutely fucking insane. But no, I don't see
while
that
we're
happening.
while we're at it, while we're at these kind of these unanimous decisions, um, defensive player of the year, Victor Wembanyama.
It's unanimous, bro. It gotta be.
Mm.
He's the reason you even talk about defense in the league right now.
That's
Man.
facts. Not many players doing doing the defensive grunt work. Now
He-
the one that's gonna be a little bit harder this year, six man of the year.
That's
There's some
between
candidates, bro.
nah, that gotta go to Peyton Pritchard, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Fucking yeah. I was thinking about the same thing though. Because
You
That's
he
got
gotta
it.
be
fucking
Peyton Pritchard.
he
DeAndre Hunter was good. It was good too, but he just got traded to Cleveland.
I
nah,
was
they've
I
been
was gonna say I was gonna say DeAndre Hunter, but I don't know if he is gonna still be eligible for the award. Will he have played 65 games as a six man or what? Like how that's gonna work now that he got traded.
I think Pritchard gonna get that. He's shooting 46%, 41 from three,
All right,
and
so you two
he's
have
played
Pritchard
54 games.
and I have Hunter.
multiple multiple um like 3-point made games from him too.
Yeah, I think he was leading the league in three-point percentage at one point this season. I don't remember when it was. I think it was earlier in the season.
Man, that's just such a toss up. I wonder if he's ever gonna get to the point where he wants to, start. I mean, everybody does. That's the point. But it's hard to keep a team like that together.
Um, man, rookie of the year. What do y'all think?
At, for me, at first, it was gonna be Zach Edey, but he's not. He's not. He's missed a lot of games. He hasn't been as productive as like Stefan Castle and Rissiker or Rissichet.
Risachet. Haha.
Ricochet, yeah, Ricochet. He actually been impressing me lately. But the those like Ricochet, Alex Sarr too, he's been pretty good. But
Mm-hmm.
Castle has been the most consistent out of all those guys.
Right. That so like my heart wants to go with the one of the French boys. That I think Zachary Sachet is um definitely up there. And so we'll have to see how the second half of the season happens with the Spurs adding De'Aaron Fox to their squad, and that's definitely going to be taking the ball out of the hands of Castle a little bit. Even though overall start break, people, I believe I heard one of the commentators say that a conversation between Fox and Castle had taken place, and that Fox told Castle that sure Wemby was a big reason, but that also Castle was a huge reason for why Fox wanted to go over to San Antonio. So I'm excited to see who's going to take lesser of a role, if it's going to be Castle or Chris Paul. Um, but yeah, I think I have
It's
Stefan Castle right now, doing his thing and coming away with the Rookie of the Year.
like this though for Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul should take a little bit less of a role and go into more of that like UD Udonis Haslam type of role where he just an OG and give everybody game. Because you see what he did. I'm not gonna give his success to Shea, but you see what he did when he was at OKC with Shea. He took him under his wing, and look what that man is doing now. He about to be MVP this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So think if you got those guys over there, those young guys, if they willing to learn and they ready to learn, ready to get better and lock in, and Chris Paul is
No,
Think one of the
you
best
see it all the
options.
time. You'll see teams that I believe the first year that Chris Paul joined that Oklahoma City Thunder squad, um, they yeah, that was year one of Shea. That was right after Paul George had left for the Clippers. Um,
Yeah,
and
he was part of that deal.
Carmelo Anthony was no longer on the Oklahoma City Thunder, and so you know, the odds makers in Vegas gave the Oklahoma City Thunder a 2% chance of making the playoffs, and Chris Paul brought them there with a very young Shea. That's when he kind of emerged onto the scene, so to speak. And yeah, that kind of became what he was known for after that. It was like, damn, okay, so before he joins the Clippers, they're trash, and then they're making the playoffs. Before, before the Thunder split their team apart, they're making the playoffs. But now that they split their team apart, they're never gonna make it again. Oh wait, Chris Paul brings them there. Same thing with the Suns. They had made the playoffs, but next thing you know, they're in the finals. The first year of Chris Paul being on their team. I mean, he's just been consistently one of those guys who, even if physically speaking or with his actual physical play, not necessarily elevating your game, but he's elevating the IQ of every single, I was going to say guard in the locker room, but no, I think every single player on a Chris Paul team benefits from just fucking 17, 18, what is he, 19 years playing in the NBA right now? I mean, yeah, he's the point guard for a reason.
So that
Adds up to me. I didn't even think about it like that. That's crazy.
Think about what?
Everything that you had just said, like how he's been able to like direct, you know.
Yeah, he elevates any team he's on for sure. So yeah, I think that this is some very good a very good way to end this first episode of the second half of the NBA season. I mean, crazy journey. I'm really looking forward to what this season is gonna bring and what this postseason is gonna bring. Um, yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment if there's any if you got anything nice to say. If you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. But we gonna catch you on the flip side. All right. Thank you guys so much. Peace. All right, 99% uploaded, 100% uploaded. Oh, trip, never mind. Three says 8 seconds, and then your shit will be uploaded.
Oh shit. It's that Florida connection.